Hi, it's Miss Reynolds, and today I'm going to read you a story called How Full Is Your Bucket for kids. Now, you guys know a lot about bucket filling because in our class we are bucket fillers and not bucket dippers, and this is just a different story about a kid learning about his bucket. Felix was putting one of his last blocks on his tower when his little sister came in. "I want to build with you," she said. Felix scowled. "Go away. You're too little." "I'm big. Stay back. You'll knock it over." "But I can be careful. Go play with your baby toys, Anna." Aw, how do you think that made her feel? Whack! "Grandpa!" Grandpa shook his head. "Felix, you just dipped from your sister's bucket. Like everyone else, Anna has an invisible bucket. When it's empty, she feels bad, but when it's full, she feels great. Didn't you ever notice your own bucket?" Invisible bucket? Sometimes Felix couldn't quite tell when his father was joking. But the next morning, when Felix woke up, there it was, a small gray bucket floating above his head. When Felix came down to have breakfast, his mom was in a hurry. "I've got a meeting this morning, and it's almost time to go." "Anna, sit still." Look at all the craziness going on. Felix slipped and cocoa wheat scattered across the floor. "Felix," yelled his mom, "you should have used the stool to reach that." Felix could feel his bucket tip, and big invisible drips spilled out. Drip, drip. "Ha ha," Anna laughed as she crunched the cereal with her shoe. "Drip. Get the broom and clean up that mess before you miss the bus," scolded his mom. With the school bus honking, Felix quickly swept up the cocoa wheats and grabbed the last blueberry muffin. But before he could even take one bite, Buster jumped up and grabbed the muffin from his hand. Drip. "Hey, look at Felix's new backpack. My baby brother has one just like it." Drip. Psst, psst, Felix. You see they're whispering about him. Drip. "Watch out, shrimp." Drip. Look at all those things that made his bucket empty. It was still morning, and Felix's bucket was almost empty. So when your bucket is starting to feel empty, look at how his face is. Look how it makes you feel. As he watched his classmates walk into the room, he secretly hoped they would trip and fall. That's what it feels like when you have an empty bucket. Felix slumped into his seat and waited for something else bad to happen. Mrs. Bumpernickel walked slowly up to his desk and handed him a paper. He could hardly bear to look. "Felix, you wrote a wonderful story. Would you please share it with the class?" Felix grinned as he felt a big drop land into his bucket. Drop. Drop, plop, plink, plop. The Gigantosaurus Who Wanted a Pet by Felix. The class grew quiet. They laughed at the right places and oohed at the scary parts. When Felix finally read the end, everyone clapped, and even Emily, who sat next to him and didn't usually like dinosaurs. Felix felt a whole shower of drops land in his bucket. Maybe the day wouldn't be so bad after all. He's eating lunch with a friend, so he's getting another drop. Team captains today are Veronica and Felix. "Nice cow." "It's a dog." "Well, nice colors there, Felix." Another drop. "Cool laser ant backpack, Felix." Another drop. By afternoon, Felix's bucket was nearly full. At recess, when he looked around, Felix suddenly realized that his grandpa was right. Everyone else had a bucket too. Drop, drop. Here, let me help you. Here's your baseball catch. Thanks, dude. Hi, I'm Felix. First day? Yeah, I'm Amir. The strange thing was that for every drop he helped put in someone else's bucket, he felt another drip in his own bucket. So let's look. Somebody dropped some papers and he helped them out, or you could help your mom and dad at home, maybe with some chores, or if you have a siblings like a brother and sister, you can help your mom and dad with them. This guy lost his baseball and he went and picked it up for him and he said thanks. And then we have somebody here. They're very new to the school, so maybe they don't know a lot of people and maybe they're a little nervous, so he went and talked to them and filled both of their buckets. Don't forget, once you fill somebody else's bucket, yours fills too. When Felix burst into the door after school, he shouted, "You are right, Grandpa. I do have a bucket, and I understand how it works." Then he saw Anna's torn doll. "Bad dog," he almost scolded. But then he thought, dogs might have invisible buckets too. "Your doll will be okay, Anna," said Felix. "Mom will fix her." Oh, I called a dog, and here comes my dog. Lily, get down. Until then, do you want to help me build the tallest building in the world with my blocks? And so they did. So he realized that whenever he didn't let Anna play with him, she felt bad and he felt bad, and both their buckets emptied. But he figured out that once you're nice and you help somebody out and you're kind, maybe give them a compliment, your bucket fills and it makes you feel good about yourself. You don't feel so bad and crummy like he did at the part of the story when he's at school. So I hope that today you'll try to fill somebody's bucket at home, and maybe we can talk about it the next time we have a meeting. I hope you have a great day.